and R&B.
615radio.com.
24/7.
Tap in with us, man.
What's good, it's DJ Right for you tuned in to Culture Forward.
If you ain't rocking with Culture Forward, you're moving back. It ain't easy, but somebody gotta do it. That's why your daddy couldn't, but don't worry, his flaws are our expertise. Y'all already know what it is. Big four.
I do it for my city.
6.
Tap in with us, man.
Tune in to Culture Forward every Thursday, 8 p.m. 615radio.thestreets.com. The TuneIn app, Live 365 app, or a simple radio app.
Hey, what's shaking, man? It's hard liquor shotty, man. If you ain't tapped in, tap in right now. You already know what it is. Let it rock.
Tap in with us, man.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy King the MC. Go ahead and crank it up a notch for me.
Hey, it's Kitty Quotes, man. We out here moving the culture forward with my dog Leo Dynamite. Tune in.
Yo, what's going on? It's Leo. We live on Culture Forward. I got one of my big dogs, one of my OG partners, man. OG, Muggs AMILLION in the building with me today.
Man, what's going on, bro? Yes, sir. Glad to be here, man.
I appreciate you coming out. First and foremost, man, talk to me a little bit. How you been holding up so far? Everything been going for you?
Man, everything been good, man. God is good. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely different. Adjusting to this new lifestyle we got to adjust to out here, man. But at the same time, just blessed to be able to can say, my family, we all straight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's still afloat. You know what I'm saying? Continue to be provided for. And we just pushing, man. Yes, sir.
That's been beautiful, too, because in this time, we all had some time to, really sit down, reflect, work on things we've been trying to get to. So it's beautiful just have some downtime. I feel like this has been much needed for everybody, really.
That's real. Yes, sir. And what it does, too, like you said, it bring out the best in you or the worst in you. You know what I'm saying? So, with this free time on your hand, man, a lot of people have been able to be super productive, tap into different ventures and platforms that they didn't even know that they could create. You know what I mean? So it's always been it's a blessing in disguise at the same time, man, if you see it and look at it the right way.
The time, opportunity, mean everything. It's just what you do with it.
Yes, sir.
Man, I want to start out, man. I feel like you one of the most knowledgeable guys I know, especially as far as the music business goes.
Man, appreciate it.
But I want to, how did you start? I want to talk about your upbringing, some of your childhood, your early influences. Just tell me kind of how you got started in the music business.
Man, so I originally got introduced to the music industry by way of my mom's ex-husband, man, when I was a kid, man. My stepdad, he was in a cover band back in the early 80s and 90s. You know what I'm saying? For people that don't understand, what a cover band is, they was popular live musicians and singers that would do whatever popular songs was out at the time. So they would do a lot of Michael Jackson songs and Bobby Brown's and all that kind of stuff, man. So when the MC Hammer song had got popular, the Can't Touch This, in the early 90s, when the Can't Touch This got big, that's one of their main songs that they was performing a lot of times. So they wanted to kind of step up they act, and they added some dancers, background dancers to they sets. And it ended up being me and my little brother and two girls across the street from us, man. One of them is Diamond 615, man, Black Diamond from the Ville. Her and her little sister, man, yep. It was we was kids. I ended up running into her here, but, we kind of touched base on it, though. She didn't even really remember it was me either. It was crazy, though, 2 for 1, connecting them dots. But, yeah, back then, man, we was probably about 7. I know I was probably about 7 or 8 years old, maybe. And we was background dancing for the cover band, doing all the typewriter dancing, all the MC Hammer and them dancing and stuff. That was us, you know what I mean? And from there, it just kind of led to actually start getting more vocal with it, singing and performing. Our own cover songs, me, my little brother, a couple of my cousins, man, we created a little group called CUZ, and we used to perform at all the family reunions and birthday parties and stuff like that, doing Boys and Men and Immature and all that kind of stuff too, man. And then just as the type of music we was listening started progressing, really what happened too, as far as with original music, when we was real heavy on the Bell Biv DeVoe stuff and all that, man, Bell Biv DeVoe was some of the first, them and Bobby Brown, those first R&B artists that actually started throwing raps in their songs. You know what I mean? Back then when we was young, we could really only be limited to listening to R&B. Cause the rap, you know what I'm saying, moms wasn't biting on letting us listen to no Fifth Ward Boys and Ghetto Boys and all that, you know what I mean? That real deal rap back then, UGK and them. So we would listen to a lot of R&B stuff, but on Bell Biv DeVoe, man, they had think it was the Poison song that was real popping at the time that we was real favorable of. You know, Michael Bivins doing the rapping on there and all that kind of stuff. But my cousin, he was like, so we had the tapes, you know what I'm saying? Y'all young people out there, y'all don't know about the tape. You know, the A side and the B side, you flip that tape over, you buy that single, the other side of it had the instrumental on it. My cousin, you know what I mean, my older cousin, Tay, man, shout out to Tay, R.I.P., my cousin BP. We was heavy, you know what I'm saying, free my little brother, man, Pee-wee, man, you know what I'm saying, P-Dot, gonna make sure I get that in there if I don't say nothing else, you know what I'm saying, but like we all started, you know what I mean, together, young, doing it, you know what I'm saying, Vidal, Lowe's, you know what I'm saying, my other cousins. But yeah, man, so he was like, you know, on the other side of that tape is the instrumental. Y'all ain't gotta keep rapping on top of their words. Man, why do you say that for? Oh man, we flipped it over. It was just a beat. Oh man, we found a way to plug the headphones. Now we was plugging the headphones up into the tape player where it had the mic side at. Yep. It had the mic plug in. You could do headphone or you could do mic. So we plugged the headphone into the mic side. We had the instrumental playing in one side and the tape dubbing on the other side of the tape player. Started recording right in the closet.
I never knew what that was for.
We just tried it.
I never
you know what I'm saying? We ain't had no real microphone, but we was like, shoot, what if we could rap into these headphones set if we just plug it in mic?
Innovation.
And it took the mic, it actually was the same exact fit and everything, man. Pop right in, man.
I still remember my first tape.
And we was in the closets, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, playing around with it back then, man. But then things kind of got a lot more serious for me. Once I got like teenage, in middle school, high school, and stuff like that. You know, like I said, when I was doing that with my brother and my cousins, man, we was kids. You know, 10, 11, 12. You know, my little brother being 3-4 years younger than me, you know what I'm saying? He was younger than that. You know, we was like 12, he was like 9 for real. And like really doing it. So I wrote like my first raps. We was a group called, one of our last groups together, me, my brother, my cousin, before I really just jumped all the way into it and took it out of the bedroom into real studios and everything. We was TRT, Top Rated Thugs. And we had little songs and stuff, man. That's when I gave my, you know what I mean, we gave my brother his nickname, and he ran with that for the rest of his life pretty much, man, from 9 years old. But then when I really got serious, man, high school times, I would do a lot of freestyle. And this is when I got the name Mug. I went through a series of names as an artist. let's say that. Let's go there. Let's tell that story. This will be an exclusive breakdown, you feel me? Now, I went through a series of names, man. Like, I always struggled because, I had a family nickname, but it was always hard just trying to find what my, like, stage name was going to be. So I remember one of my stage names prior to what we had now with the Mugs AMILLION, it was Frosty the Hitman. You know, I had the snowman thing going with the strap in his hand, the blunt in his mouth, you know what I mean? We was already on all that, you know what I mean? This was back 95, 96, before I even got in high school good. But when I got in high school, they would do the freestyle battles. You know what I'm saying? You had somebody beat on the Coke machines or beat on the tables in the lunchroom. And I would always start one of my little verses out because, you know what I'm saying? So for one, what had happened was like, I wear contacts now, but back then, you know, I wasn't really trying to wear no contacts, glass and stuff like that. You know, young, in the hoods and stuff though, they're trying to be in the streets. So, you know, I looked down, I'm trying to wear glasses, but at the same time, I couldn't see. So I would be always walking around squinting real hard, you know what I'm saying? And people always thought I was mean mugging. You know what I'm saying? But really, I was just squinting because I couldn't see. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So in high school, though, man, this dude ran up on me one day, cynical. I was going to Hunter's Lane, man, like 9th grade. He ran up on me one day. He was like, man, you ought to change your name to Mean Mug. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I think about it, you know what I'm saying? I thought about it, you know what I'm saying? But then, I ain't really like the mean and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't no mean person. People already look at me and be intimidated, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't no mean person. So I was like, man, I like the Mug, though. I might run with Mug, you feel me? But I'm going to make it stand for something. Like, I always been big on acronyms. So the Mug, you know what I'm saying? When I first started off freestyling, I would always say, the M, that's for money that I got in my pocket. The U, that's for unique, so they can't say I copied. The G, that's for gangster, cause I'm gangster-fied. 3 letters that describe me till the day that I die. And then I just take off from there on top of my head, you know what I'm saying? But I make sure on the freestyle battles, you know what I'm saying, that I would put my name out there, let them know, you know what I mean? So that's how I built my name up early on. And then by way of being in school and then being in the neighborhoods I was in, you know, growing up in the Haynes Garden area and stuff like that, during that time, Haynes Garden, Haynes Mountain and all that, man. So I ran to my brother, man, rest in peace, Lil Women, man, you know what I'm saying? I ran to my brother, Sammy Kennard, in the neighborhood. But in school, I'm freestyling and rapping and stuff, and I'm connecting with this other guy named, you know what I'm saying, Lil Vic, you know what I'm saying, Onion, from Haynes Minor area. So in school, I go by my school, you know what I mean, my regular name and stuff though, so they know me as Lee in school. But in the hood though, I done been branded this Mug name already. Like the hood, that's all they was calling me was Mug off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And so Whammy and Lil Vic, they was in a group together already. But they little group was kind of falling apart though, you know what I'm saying, at the time. And so, long story short with that, Whammy telling Lil Vic about this dude named Mug, he fucking with this, staying in the hood though now, you feel me? Vic, he telling Whammy about this dude named Lee he go to school with, they be killing it though.
Yeah.
Boom, they both, I guess, come up with a little meet-up time so they could all connect everybody with the Lee or the Mug dude, you feel me?
Yeah.
Boom, it's me, I'm the same dude. They both talking about, yeah. So we started, you know what I mean, collaborating together and came together as a unit, you know what I'm saying, with my brother too, kind of, you know what I mean, right there in the picture, that's my little brother and he was cold with it, you feel me? But mainly us three, you know, we was really building, you know what I'm saying, together, our little movement. And the hood was behind it and representing for us, man. And we created Cash Billionaires. We did our first song in the studio, man, with Do It Yourself Records. Big E.T. and they over there, you know, he from the South Bay area and stuff though, man. But yeah, man, E.T. and them, man, they showed us love, man, with the Do It Yourself. You know what I'm saying? We recorded Cash Billionaires. He came from the hook. Again, I just always been doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? Writing, coming up with hooks, catchy stuff, you know what I mean, branding stuff, catchy names. So I wrote this hook, you know, 615 is our residence. Stacking cheese, cause we all about them presidents. Get in, get out, that's the rules when you into this. So keep your faith off in your strap, cause ain't no friends in this. Cash Billionaires. And boom, that was the hook to the song, you know what I'm saying? Ray Ball did the beat, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ray Ball, some of the OGs in the music industry, you know what I'm saying? Producers and executives, man, black owned, you know what I'm saying? From right here in the crib, man. Yeah, Ray Ball and E.T., man, they hooked us up. But we recorded the Cash Billionaires, man. Ray Ball had did that hook for us, though, at the party, yelling out the Cash Billionaires. So we hearing that Cash Billionaires, and I'm like, man, like, that need to be the name of our group. Because at the time, we didn't just have a name for us. You know what I'm saying? We were just three guys just trying to merge together and just coming together. We wasn't official nothing yet. So we had made that song. That was our first record all together. So we went on ran with the Cash Billionaires. And then from there, man, it just turned into a big boy movement, man. Like Cash Billionaires. We did our performance, man, a talent show, man. I got the footage for it, man, November 1999. Like, we filled out the whole, like, I mean, the people came out for the talent show, but a lot of that support was for us, man. And we filled out that whole auditorium, man, at Hunters Lane High School back in the day. And I'm talking about, as soon as the music dropped, man, we hit the stage, man, like, people were going crazy. I mean, people on 4 shoulders, man, like, up in the air, like, I mean, it was a real live, man, dude, like, it was a real concert. And from that moment, we knew we were stamped, you know what I'm saying? And I really seen then, like, dang, okay, music, man, this is really, you know what I mean? Like, I always been around, and my uncles, you know, growing up with my grandma in my house, man, was playing piano around me. They was teaching me how to play piano when I was 2 and 3, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, little, you know what I mean? 4 years old, man, but, like, then seeing them people, though, rocking like that to something I done been a part of recording and writing from scratch though, and like for my music, it was like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm a real rapper now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like 99, you know what I mean? Like I said, during that time frame right there, man, things really just started coming together and really taking off with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like really starting to just look at it as a serious thing. We grew from Cash Billionaires to like the whole Woo-Woo movement. You know what I'm saying? WOU to WOU. We owe us, the world owe us too. Woo-Woo. We grew to that, you know what I'm saying, by way of connecting with my other partner, Lil Melvin, man, that went to Hunters Lane and stuff too. Like, we all went to high school together, but as we progressed to getting out of high school, or, you know what I mean, they was getting out of high school, I was still in high school. My senior year is when we really just went prime in the field with the whole Woo-Woo movement. And we you know, opened up for Nelly and them when they was on the St. Lunatics tour with Beyonce and them back in the day, man. We did all that at Out of Limits and stuff, like, you know what I mean? Like,
that's crazy.
Put a first EP out, you know, back then. it was hard to really, you couldn't really get on the radio or nothing like that, but like the street showed us so much love, man. You know what I mean? Like we put out a song that represented all the high schools. We had this little song called Freaks at Antioch, Stratford and Maplewood, Cocked at Whites Creek, Pearl and Hillwood, Ben Major at Hunters Lane. Known for running things, Freak Walls so much, man. Young with plenty game, you know what I mean? So we shouted out the schools, and man, I mean, it just took over the city. It was a mean situation, man. Man, it was a mean situation, man. Like woo, we plugged the streets with the shirts, the bandanas, the CDs, you know, everything that some of these young artists don't know nothing about, man. Like really got out there and pushed that line and pushed it, you know what I'm saying? Like, and put it on the front lines of the people and touch the people with it. Nah, you know it.
The internet kind of took over.
Yeah, it done took over, man, and you know it's a you know, gift and a curse. You know, it's making a lot of these artists.
It's be the only two.
Yeah, it's making a lot of these artists out here a little, you know, lazy with it. You know, lazy with it, man, and they ain't really applying and reaching the potential that they could really reach, though. You know, they don't understand. Like everybody not on the internet.
You still gotta get in touch people.
Everybody not on the internet, and then internet is like fake love and it's fake attention.
Right.
It's fake attention.
Somebody
like it's easy to just stroll past. It's easy to stroll through your phone and just click on every picture you see. You don't even know what they really posted or what they even said.
Or did they go listen to them?
Exactly, though. So it's like, you know, if you ran into them coming out the store, you know they knew exactly what you had going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I'm putting some in your hand.
Come on, you finna be able to go back,
this is tangible,
look at this
virtual.
whenever you need to look at it again, just in case you was thinking about something at the time.
Right.
Coming out the store, you still got this in your hand.
That's why, honestly, and that's like a lot of artists we work with. I still like getting CDs.
You gotta do it.
Business card, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't care if they listen to it or not.
Yeah.
They got it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
something in their hand. They looking at it. They know who you are. They know what this is.
Man, every time.
They might go put it in the car and they might not touch for the week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
When they
might
ready
take
for
somebody else get in the car and
say,
what's this?
Come on now, but it's there to be seen and touched and grabbed whenever you're ready for it. That post, they're gonna lose their post in the shuffle.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna lose their post in the shuffle. I don't even remember what that was, bro.
5 minutes later.
Come on, man, go another 100 posts later. You feel me? So, you know, so we was in that era, man, when you had to really push and grind with it. You know what I mean? And so being, again, like I said, hands on a part of all that. Like even back then, we was 18. You know, just fresh, you know, still in high school, first getting out of high school. And, you know, we was already getting signed up with BMI and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? We knew, you know, we started reading and looking into it. You know what I'm saying? I give a lot of credit, especially that with Whammy. He would go to the libraries all the time. And, you know, back then you had to go to the library for computers. Like everybody didn't have no computer at their crib back in them days. You know what I mean? That's another luxury these young people get and don't understand. You feel me? We had to go find it. You feel me? Though, had to go find that information, man. So, yeah, women would be in the libraries, man. So, you know, we turned down some contracts or two over our little time frame, you know, like we was doing our thing, you know what I mean? But at the same time, we wasn't dumb. You know, we was young guys, so we didn't really just get out there like some people did during that time frame that we was right there side by side with and making moves with too on the low, you know what I mean? But we knew and whatnot, you know. So after all that was kind of, you know, said and done, man, you know, people went to jail and people went their own separate ways and different things like that, you know. It was just something I just still kept doing and kept pushing with. So from after the whole woo-to-woo phase in 2003, my cousin Shorty C had moved to the Ville. You know what I'm saying? He had moved here and he was doing his thing with the music. And, you know, like I said, I was fresh off of just kind of letting everything fade away with that situation, you know what I mean, with my guys being locked up and, you know, like I said, a couple people moved around doing their own thing. So, you know, I'm just still trying to keep my dream alive with the music. So come 2003, Cuz moved to the city, good. We had started up Millionaire Status, you know what I mean? I was in the middle of finna start up something new. He was already doing, you know what I mean? He had something that he was doing with, you know what I mean, move from Texas to here. But I was just, you know, just like, shit, we might as well just do it together. You know what I mean? I'm finna start something fresh anyway. Man, you more than welcome to be down with me on that. And we just put something together, you feel me? Right. So we started up Millionaire Status Records. And man, the whole Millionaire Status movement was popping, man. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Shorty C, we did probably about 8-9 projects under the Millionaire Status umbrella. He had a few solos, I had some solos, had some compilations. We did some duo stuff, you know what I mean? So, and from Millionaire Status, I moved to the A, Well, so before I moved to the A, like, I went on this major little run, man. Shorty C got locked up, and I had to go on like a major run under the VNS Status umbrella by myself on the solo tip. It's MUG. And so from there, I did a mixtape with DJ Smalls in 2008. 2008 did the project with DJ Smalls, Standing Ovation, and man, that's what just took me to a whole nother level as an artist. You know what I mean? Taking in mind, I'm just still in artist mode this whole time though.
Right.
You know, and kind of, you know, CEO mode with our own label, imprint and whatnot, independently. But from there, man, with the DJ Smalls project, everything just went kind of on a national level. You know what I mean? Like shows in and out of town, up and down the road, like really pushing though. And then again, I moved to the A in 2010. When I moved to the A, during that time too, after the 2008 push and 9 push with the project with DJ Smalls, I got into school at Nashville State. And once I got into school, that's when I really just started learning the business of the music industry, man. And that's when it all just smacked me in my face like, dang, okay, it's a whole lot of ways I can be making money from my music. More than, you know what I'm saying, just me pushing these little mixtapes and these CDs on the streets, you know what I mean? So once then, I learned about, you know, once I'm in school, I learned about songwriting, music publishing, you know what I'm saying? Learning how you actually license your music for film and TV shows, you know what I mean? Taking in mind, I always laugh at myself on this one though, you feel me? I had my song featured on a soundtrack back in the day. It's one of them independent movies that came out in the Ville, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to remember the exact movie that it was. But anyhow though, I paid for my song to be featured in the movie. You know what I'm saying? And so once I was in school though, years later, whatnot though, and I learned, you know, how the music industry really worked from the business side of it all, and I learned about licensing and music publishing and stuff like that. And I was like, dang, I found out like, man, he was supposed to pay me for my song to be in his movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't supposed to pay you. You feel me? So, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I really like learned, like, okay, now I see how this thing really works. You know what I mean? So once I graduated from school, man, I moved to the A. I moved to the A with the experience I had as an artist and with the knowledge I had done learned from being in school now. And so I moved to the A, man. I was doing a lot of collaborations and networking with people. You know what I'm saying? I got me an internship off the rip. As soon as I got down there good, you know what I'm saying? Icon Studios. Shout out to my Icon Studios fam down in the A. They still up and running, doing it big. You know what I'm saying? Been featured on Love and Hip Hop and some of the different, you know, Atlanta reality TV shows and stuff like that, man. Ian Burke. One of my mentors that I met on that journey, you know what I'm saying? He a major influence in the music industry in Atlanta and just throughout the, you know, the urban music, hip hop culture and everything, man. Helped discover TLC, Goody Mob, whole Dungeon Family, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, was Organized Noise, that manager back in the day. So, you know, like, so I got a chance to meet, you know what I mean, and connect and build with people like that, man, on a daily basis, you know what I'm saying? And still just on a real friendship and, you know, businessship type of relationship with them, man. And so that journey there, man, kind of just really took me to a whole nother level too. You know, now I got to really live the music industry on a hands-on basis. You know what I mean? Seeing, you know, in the studio with your Jeezys and Jazzy Face, Akons, people like that, you know what I mean? Like Def Jam, them, you know, just really seeing the music industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Songwriters is coming in, writing the songs that you end up hearing months later on the radio from one of these big artists though, but you heard it demoed right there from some dude, and it's a Rihanna song though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, dang though, you know what I mean? And then them just winning Grammys and stuff like that. And then, you know what I mean? And it's just like, dang, I was there, like, you know what I mean? I remember seeing this though, yeah, you feel me though, being a part of it.
Especially on that side, because that's
man,
like the business
the
side.
real industry, brother, behind the scenes that we don't know and we don't see. You know what I mean? So exactly, this ain't the stuff that get talked about. It's the stuff you gotta live. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to just witness it. They ain't gonna make no documentary about this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff they don't want you to see, you feel me? But, you know, I got to actually witness it and see that, you know what I'm saying? And also at the same time, I still pursuing my career on the artist side too. You know, that was the whole thing, is like move to the A and try to take myself to the next level as an artist. Because prior to moving from the Ville, you know, I finished off the year. I won like 3 Nemo Awards, you know what I mean? And you know, 1 year, you know what I mean? For the biggest awards you can win in the city. Radio play on 101 The Beat, you know what I mean? Like, topped it all the way off. So when I got to the A, it was like, okay, let's try to take this thing to the next level. You know what I mean? Connect some big boy dots and bring some stuff back to the crib, you know what I mean? So I was connecting with, well, really some people I already had knew. I knew a few people that was already in the A that just moved there too from like the Indianapolis area. I got DJ Dave, Said L Young producers and stuff like that. DJ B-Dog, you know what I mean, with the greatest DJs. So I was doing that at the same time down there in the A early on, working and building with them. You know, we putting stuff together, and I ended up recording. Like the very first song I recorded while I was down in the A was this song called Through the Roof that I did with my guy Said L Young. That song right there is what ended up, long story short, turning into my first placement as a songwriter. You know what I'm saying? We recorded that song right there. Some months after we recorded it, Sid hit me up and was like, man, I'm finna start shopping some of my beats around. He wanted to use that, take that beat. It's one of the beats he was taking with him, but he wanted to keep the hook on that one for whatever reason. He wanted to keep the hook on it. It just felt like that song just fit perfect, you know what I'm saying, together as one thing. And so he was shopping his beats around and stuff like that, man. And word came back, somebody wanted to use a couple of his beats, and one of them ended up being that beat with the Through the Roof hook on it. So they used that track, they put it on, the artist named Chris Webby. He put it on this project called There Goes the Neighborhood, and it debuted at #1 on the Billboard. Yeah, on the Billboard Heat Seekers charts, man, back in like 2011, in the 2011, 2012, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was like, dang, okay, here go another way, you know what I mean? Like I said, another one of them ways that you can use what you do and on a different level though, and be making money from it and then take you to a whole nother level, you know what I mean? So, you know, I took my first rap song that I recorded, moved to the A, and turned it into a writing credit. You know what I'm saying? They took me off the song, kept the hook, and shopped it around, and another artist wanted to use it just like it was, you know what I mean? And then it ended up debuting #1 on the Billboard. So, you know, that turned me into more like, okay, like this songwriting thing could be a whole nother lick.
This is big.
This a whole nother lick. And then, you know, I looked at it as a different way for you to get yourself in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's all about in the music industry. For one, you know, you gotta make yourself valuable. And you gotta make yourself to whereas at the end of the day, you know, you gotta have multiple ways that you can maneuver.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we was talking about off the air, you know what I'm saying, before it started, like your different role, you know what I'm saying, that you normally play. Now look at what you're doing now. You know what I'm saying? With the show, hosting the show is like, it's a whole nother lane though. You know what I mean? And we all possess them multiple lanes within us. It's just at times you gotta know when to shift. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell people, like, if you plan on being in the music industry for the rest of your life, you feel me? What you in a rush for then? You know what I mean? If this is something you plan on doing for the rest of your life, why you in a rush? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you worried about starting from scratch on something different?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you plan on doing it for the rest of your life, it's gonna, like, as long as you're still a part of what it is you're trying to be a part of, you may not be no artist no more, but you're still a part of the music industry. That's your ultimate goal.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's your ultimate goal. You know, because even as an artist, you still want to grow within the music industry too. You know what I'm saying? You look at a Jay-Z, he ain't stayed just no rapper. He grew in the game. You know what I'm saying? He's still a part of the industry though, but he grew to a different level of it though. You know what I mean? So that's what it's really all about for everybody. You know what I mean? It's being able to just grow in it. So that's what I started doing, just growing in the music industry on a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? And start really like, even, you know, just indulging in the industry from a different standpoint now. Songwriting, you know, just really learning the business. I mean, you know, I learned it in school, but now I'm living it. Like really around it on an everyday basis, you know what I'm saying? Right there, like I said, man, seeing these hits get made, you know, around hits getting made, around people that's making big boy moves, seeing deals get signed, seeing, you know what I mean, though, just being around it, observing it, though, being, you know what I mean, being in the midst of it all, it really just elevates your mindset. And you start seeing ways that you can maneuver, you know what I'm saying, and bring opportunities to your peoples too, you know what I mean? And that's what really just, you know, I focused on. And then from there, it all, like I said, just kind of grew and elevated to me doing my thing with the music again as a solo artist, you know what I'm saying? So I had left off as MUG. So back to the whole name thing. MUG at the time stood for Money United with Game. Like that's what the company is now, but that was what my initial stood for, is MUG, Money United with Game. But in 2014, right, I came back on the scene on the music tip. And right as I was coming back though, I started getting these phone calls out of nowhere, right? People was like, man, I seen you doing your thing, man, I heard the song, man, you got with Slim Thug, and this, that, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what is people talking about? So, ended up happening, man, a guy down in Texas had done got a deal with Slim Thug and them, his name was MUG. So people thinking that's me, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting calls, people thinking I'm doing my thing, and got plugged with them, yeah, and I'm like, hey, hold up, what?
Right.
And so, yeah, and so at the same time, I'm like, dang, though, who is dude? You know what I mean? So I look it up, you know what I mean? I'm like, dang, his name MUG. That's crazy, though. He had the dots and everything. He wasn't just Mug. He had the actual MUG. Like, that's how mine was with the letter, you know what I mean? The actual acronym, though. So I'm just like, dang, though, this ugly, though. And he was Slim Thugging now, so you're a little bigger than what I got going on at the moment, you feel me? So we right in the process, like I said, of starting to get back in the studio and recording new songs, you know what I mean? And different things like that. And we getting ready to go on a little tour and everything that we was putting together. So I'm like, man, what can I do? So I was like, all right, you gotta start from scratch with something. You feel me? And so the Mugs A Million came into play because that was one of the playoffs of my name, Mug, when I was younger anyway in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they just say Mugs A Million. You know what I'm saying? They call me that anyway. And so, you know, I thought back, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, well, cool. The Mugs, it really ain't too far off from the MUG. It's still my name in there somewhere, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I spell it with the capital MUG and the $sign, Mugs. You know what I'm saying? And a million is just all one word, 8 million. And then, so I ran with the Mugs A Million, man. So we went on a nice push, man. We was on a tour with Lil White, and I did some songs with Lil White. We ended up getting a record with Kevin Gates through that whole little run. Did all that on the artist side of it, you know, doing that stretch for a nice little run, man. And then in 2014, my partner now, who I was moving around with on everything, you know what I'm saying, Melly Mel, they, you know what I mean, they went to jail or whatnot, man. When that big boy conspiracy thing that hit back in 2014, man, they came and got it, man, plenty of guys from the city. You know what I'm saying? So I lost a couple of my guys in that little run right there. Went to jail though, and you know, it just kind of slowed down what we had going on, you know, God's grace and favor, you know what I mean? I'm glad I wasn't caught up in it, you know what I'm saying, though? So it's like, you know what I mean? Exactly, because I'm around now, you know, and conspiracy, they getting everybody that's around, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, so it's like, you know, I just have not, at the time, I was still living in Atlanta. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that was my blessing too, not actually living in Nashville with them on an everyday basis. It's just most of the time when we was linking, it was in the studio when I come to town or we on the road going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So exactly though, so I wasn't just on the everyday basis. So man, God is good, you feel me? So that's when I ended up shifting again, man. God actually kind of like came to me in 2015 and brought me the mic. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was just kind of lost on what I'm supposed to do then now with my music. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't have my team around me, so trying to be an artist without a team, and that's the thing too. It's not that you can't do it by yourself. You know, it's just a shout out to the artists out there. You know what I'm saying? But you can't do it productively, man, without a team though. You know, you just can't, man. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. Like, you know, I come from where I had to make phone calls. Like, we would actually book shows for us as being our managers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would call spots and be like Lee Evans on the phone. Like, for real, bro. Like, I would have to call spots, be Lee Evans on the phone, talking on behalf of Mug, and, you know what I mean, on behalf of MUG and VNS Status or some stuff, man. You feel me? And then get there and it's just MUG there. Like, don't worry about the manager, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's good? You feel me? We here. You feel me? You know, so it's like, you don't want to have to keep trying to play them multiple roles, man, because like you said, it take away from the creativity, it take away from the artistry, and you know, the whole lifestyle of being an artist. You know, when you get done with a show, you want to be able to be taking pictures with the fans, you know what I'm saying, signing merchandise or whatever, you know what I mean, stuff like that, connecting and building your audience up, you know what I'm saying. Wow, you got somebody that's connecting with the promoter and the club owner, and you know what I'm saying, though, and making sure like, hey, though, what y'all thought, though, yeah, somebody counting the bread, you know what I'm saying, though. Somebody done took care of the hotel room and make sure we on schedule for the radio show in the morning and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because, you know, it's a tough business, man, and it's a lot of stuff that come with being an artist, you know, and so you can't try to think you're gonna be able to do it by yourself, man. So when God sent me the mic, at the same time, like I'm always big on acronyms, you know what I'm saying? So he sent me this word, he just sent me the mic. You know what I'm saying? Like, my speaking is my gift. You feel me, though? Like, I'm probably already over my time with this. You feel me? But, you know what I'm saying? I just, I like to talk and speak on different things. You know what I'm saying? So, when he sent me the mic, I didn't really know what that meant either. You know? But then I made it an acronym, the MICC, which was the Music Industry Crash Course. Because through that last little stretch of me being an artist, I really got a chance to, see being an artist again after all the experience I done had here, being in the A, learning stuff I done learned, being a part of the behind the scenes stuff of it, and then being an artist at the same time, seeing that, I gotta choose one. I'm either gonna be on the stage or be behind the scenes making sure the person on stage is on point. Because I can't do both. I just seen that when I did my run. You feel me? Because my guys, you know, you got your homies with you. That's another thing too, artists. Homie can't always be your manager. Homie just love you, support you, but he don't know no music business, man.
It's different.
So, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm looking at it like as I'm on stage, rapping and performing while we on tour, I'm seeing stuff that I'm hoping homie will be doing, but he don't have that mindset to do that because that's not his lane in this. You know what I'm saying? And so me, you know, like I said again, I had to sit back and choose like, okay, you gonna be the artist or you gonna be the one gonna get the artist to where they need to go. And so when God sent me the mic, boom, I created the music industry crash course, and then my whole life just really shifted now to, you know what I mean, where I'm at even still though from 2015, which is just basically helping to educate, motivate, and elevate these artists to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? By teaching people how the business work, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially this independent. Like
you feel me?
Right now, so.
Yeah, because today's timing, right? Again, you don't have the luxury of controlling how many people get a hold of your music and when they gonna get a hold of it no more. Once you throw it online, it's out there. You feel me? So if you don't take care of that business on the front end and you look up and you got 1 million views on YouTube, you can't get that back. That's 1 million views. It show up on there as 1 million, but that money that you could have made or that numbers that you could have had charted somewhere, guess what, bro? It ain't even seen on the back end. So you wonder why you ain't getting hit up by these labels and stuff though, and you got 1 million views on something. Cause guess what, bro? It ain't showing up nowhere. The list that they pulling and looking at for data, your stuff ain't showing up in there cause it ain't registered and stuff. You feel me? So that's the stuff I want to make sure these artists knew. And that's why I went into the educational side of it with the music industry crash course. You know what I'm saying? We elevated my name to Muggs AMILLION, and my whole movement even behind that is just saying me, Mug, you know what I mean? I'm still the same Mug that I was when I was freestyling in high school to the beat on the Coke machine, you feel me? I'm still the same Mug. But Muggs AMILLION now. What do you mean Muggs AMILLIon? Man, Mug is one of 1 million. I'm one of 1 million people that got the same story getting about the struggle that I do. You feel me? I'm just one of 1 million with the voice to speak on our behalf. You feel me? I'm one of 1 million people who brother incarcerated, who lost their cousin to gun violence, who lost their best friend to gang violence. I'm just one of 1 million. You feel me? I ain't the only one, but I'm the one who God given a voice to use to speak on our behalf right now. You feel me? So that's what the whole Muggs AMILLION is about. You know what I mean? And then from there, like I said, I elevated the company to the Money United with Game because that still was just so, you know, even that was about educating. When I came with Money United with Game, it's my name, MUG. Money United with Game stands for having knowledge, you know what I'm saying, to knowing what to do with your money. Anybody can have money.
But you gotta know how to
if you ain't got it united with some kind of business sense or mindset, you know what I'm saying, to take that money and use it the proper way, or educating yourself on how to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like with the music business, that's what it represents now. Money United with Game. You got all this game on your records. You feel me though? You talking it about the money, but then your business ain't right. So you ain't making no money from your music. But Money United with Game, we're gonna get you right.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so, you know, the whole doing the classes and everything like that, man, like I said, the speaking engagements, you know, that's what I'm on, man. Here to try to motivate these artists and use my story and my journey. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna drop an exclusive on y'all, man. You feel me? Culture Forward. This is a Culture Forward exclusive, dog. You feel me? Y'all gonna be able to put it out there first. You feel me? I got the book on the way. You know, indie music, major business, man. A guide to your first royalty check. You feel me? Just using my story, my journey, man. Showing other artists that you ain't gotta be 2 Chainz or Lil Wayne or nobody like that, man. To take care of your business, put out some good music and make money from it, man.
Right, it's plenty of artists that make
They doing it, bro. You feel me? You don't even know them. They independent. They may want to sign a deal and just ain't found the right deal. They may not even be studying signing a deal because they making money from their music.
Right, you make 100,000, 200, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 a year on music. You
Come on, good, man. Hey, man, if you make 5,000 a year off your music, you good. Because some artists ain't making nothing.
You doing good.
They ain't making nothing, bro, and they got the numbers. They got the YouTube views, you feel me? They in and out of town, up and down the road, but how some kind of way you're not monetizing your music though and making no money from it. You know, you can get paid for live shows. You know, when that whole time I was on tour, I'm registering every one of them live performances, man. I'm getting paid back end money. That next quarter roll around, bro, we getting a check for that.
Every time.
Even if you doing a support situation, where you don't pay the support fee to open up for an artist, and you just open the act, man, them live shows, bro, all that count. Make music that count. You feel me though? That's what it's all about.
On the back end.
That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that, man. You know, we here, you know, Money United with Game, Mugs of Mean in the building. We here to educate, man. Educate, motivate.
Man, I want to take a quick break. Let's do
that.
I want to play a game. This game right here is called Dream Team. So the premise behind this is, and this is very interesting. This is gonna be very interesting.
Let's
especially
go.
with somebody like you. So basically, the premise behind this is you're a record executive. You're working with an unlimited budget. So you're making one single. So I want you to give me one producer, one rapper, and one singer that'll make your dream team. You got an unlimited budget.
Unlimited budget, right?
Whoever you know what I mean? Whatever you tell me, who's your dream team?
Let me see though. And I ain't even gonna try to be biased, cause we trying to make a hit song though, right?
Right.
Yeah, we trying to make a hit song, cause this ain't got nothing to do with some of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Cause like,
I mean, it could be that too. It's up to you. You the executive. You can make the.
Yeah, I get it, but we gonna make a hit song, you know, cause like I love P. P one of my biggest influences in the music industry. But I ain't trusting P to make no hit for me though, not in 2020. I got nothing but love for Unc. That's what I'm saying. Unc did it though. But let me see though. Okay, Dream Team, producer, artist. Okay, you got rapper and singer.
Yep.
Ooh, let's see who'll make a hit for me. Man, let's see. Through this gap right now, I would say if I just could do it though, just for history purposes though, I know it would kill it. Let Dre do a beat. Let Dre do a beat. You gotta have a Dre beat, cause if you gonna narrow it down to anybody, let Dre do me a beat. Okay, yeah. Dre gonna do me a track. And let me see, rap wise. That's a good one. Man, look, we're gonna go with Dre, Wayne, and Alicia Keys, man. I ain't even gonna trip.
That's it.
I can live with that.
That's it. All right.
I can live with that.
Dream team.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre on my track, Wayne lacing my crack, man, and Alicia Keys, man, just man putting the soul on the line.
Yeah.
One of them real deal street motivationals.
Yeah.
One of them real deal street motivationals, man. And then you got every coast in there. I ain't even think about that till I just said it.
That.
Just looking back on it, I got every coast in there too.
Yep, you right.
I got everybody covered.
Yep.
You feel me? I got everybody covered, man.
You right.
I got everybody covered,
That make a lot
dog.
of sense.
They would love that. That's good for the culture.
That make a lot of sense.
That's good for the culture.
That make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I live with that.
All right.
I can live with that.
That's cool. So we got the dream.
That's the hell of a team. That's
Right.
a man right there.
Right. You see what I'm saying?
That was alright.
We done got some interesting ones. We done got some real interesting answers. We done got some real.
That was different.
Okay.
I can live with that.
I want to play another one real quick.
All right.
This one right here is called The City's Best. So I just want you to tell me basically, name some hot spots, man. Some of your hot spots from, some of the spots you eat, some of the spots you shop.
In the Ville?
Yeah.
Oh man, so hey, when I knew we was coming out this way, right, for the show, boom, we gotta stop at Princess.
Right around the
Anytime I come out this side of town, it's going down.
Yeah.
That's one of my primary reasons for coming out this way. I ain't gonna lie. If I come out this way, that's where I was headed. You hear me?
I'm around this and this is my area.
Yeah.
Every day.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm out there closer to where the Brick Church Pikeman would have been if it was still open. So I'm kind of glad though, cause I've been infected during quarantine.
Man.
It would have got a little serious.
Going crazy too.
It would have got
folks been selling out like every day.
Yeah, it would have got a little serious. You feel me? Would have probably overdid it too much. But yeah, definitely got the, especially all my out of towners, man. If you listening, don't let them fool you, man. We're talking about going to some of these other spots.
Nah.
You feel me? I ain't knocking nobody else.
They
I support them too sometimes. You feel me? Exactly. But if you want the real deal original, man, original, I'm talking 30 years ago. Hot chicken from Nashville, bruh. Pull up on Princess, man. Like, for real. Like, no lie. That's the OG of the hot chicken around here.
And it's a few other nice little notables too, but them major ones, they don't do it for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a lot, man, bruh. It's a lot of them, though. You feel me, though? Like, and they, you know, all of them doing their thing. You feel me? I ain't knocking nobody. But definitely there, man, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna keep it black on, man, right quick too, man. You feel me? So my cousin now, man, TJ's Barbecue and Fish. You feel me? Right there on Ed Temple, if you're in that TSU area, Clarksville Highway. You feel me? Like my uncle, man, my uncle, he started a major situation, man, with food and stuff too back in the day. Joe's Barbecue. You feel me? It was out there on Clarksville Highway. Joe's Barbecue and Fish. You know, he got his fish batter in Walmart and Kroger's now. You feel me? Tartar sauce. So you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, man, we out here with it, man. But yeah, Seafood Sensations, man. Seafood Sensations, man. I rock with them real tough. That's my peoples over there, man, too. They, you know, I got a bump down on that. Trying to think, shopping wise, man, you know, I be low key, man. I ain't really no shopper like that, but Burlington, low key right there, 100 Oaks area, you feel me, though? Like, can't go wrong with pulling up on 100 Oaks area, you feel me, though? They got everything over there low key, chilling for you, K&G and them, you feel me?
K&G, that's one of my little spots.
So that's what I said. You know, hot spots, let's see, another hot spot.
My little earring and the socks I got on right now came from K&G.
See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, nah, for real. That's what I'm saying. 100 Oaks gonna get you right. You know, that's a quick little pull up. You know, ain't too far outside of the city. You ain't all the way in Antioch yet if you live on the other side of town. But it's right there. You feel me, though, real quick. But if we go to Burlington, get what? We go ahead and make the rest of the trip the way to Princess.
Man, I'm telling you.
We already out that way. But yeah, man, you know, I mean, shoot, really, quarantine got me thrown off, man, because I can't even think of no spots, because I ain't been able to really pull up on nothing, man, in a minute, man. You feel me?
And there's a lot of spots that have a little alter menus, too.
Yeah, I've been seeing that, too.
Menus, that's been one thing that's been throwing it off.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, man. And so, you know, I just been chilling, though, man. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to get back into the questions, man. We had, I like that producer pick, so I actually want to ask you, man. I want to ask you, give me your top 5 producers of all time.
Ooh, top 5 of all time.
They don't necessarily got to be in order.
Yeah. No, I got you. I mean, for the history of it all, I mean, you know, you got to throw Quincy Jones in there. You gotta throw Quincy and you gotta throw Dre. That's 2 of them off the rip. Cause you know what I mean? You just got to. That's just, you know what I mean? That's a given. Let me see. 3 more producers, man. Man, I rock with Babyface, man, too. I ain't gonna lie. Babyface, man, that's one of my guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, when he did the verses, man, I was rooting for him, man, on the Teddy Riley. Yeah. And they both was good because Teddy Riley had some ones and I ain't even know it was Teddy Riley, man.
That's what I heard.
I was like, ooh, Teddy had his hands in some things, man. But you know, he was young. They probably wasn't even really getting them credit for it back then, you feel me? So you know how that go. But he like, yeah, that was me while you playing. You feel me? Yeah. Let's see though. Yeah, so that's 3 right there. And Quincy, Dre, Babyface. Let me think. Another hip hop producer, man. Let me see 2 though. Producers, man. Who would I say for real to just really? 2 more top producers though, man, cause you know it's, man, it can go a lot of ways. You feel me? It can go a lot of ways, man. I'm gonna say DJ Quick too though. You feel me? Cause people don't really know he was a lot of that Tupac and Death Row stuff though. You feel me? Like,
that's why I ain't heard you.
You feel me? Yeah.
I gotta heard Quick.
Yeah, people don't really realize, man, DJ Quick really was the lick over there on that West Coast with a lot of stuff, you feel me? So yeah, that's 4, 5, man. Let me see. In the South, man. Oh yeah, Manny Fresh, I'm tripping. Man, I'm tripping. Man, hold up, I'm tripping.
I did watch that Manny, bro.
Ooh, I'm tripping. I was finna be slipping. Yeah. Cause he right there. If you say Dre, you gotta say Manny Fresh. Honestly, ain't gonna lie. So yeah, Quincy, Dre, Manny Fresh, Babyface, Yeah, man. Probably DJ Quick.
Okay. Alright. That sounds good. Well, let me ask you this then. What about top 5 rappers?
Ooh. Wayne off the rip. You feel me?
It's hard to compete with Wayne.
And reason I say that, dude, look, man.
I don't want to hear it.
I really want to just take a quick second since you brought this up. I just want to take a quick second and say my piece, man. Dude should be, and need to be, bruh, #1 on everybody's top 5 list, man. When you really look at the full catalog and work ethic, we talking about rapper. We ain't talking about all the other stuff, your endorsement deals and you buying buildings and rentals, you know what I mean? We talking about being a rapper, man, the best rapper alive, man. You gotta give the little dude, man, since he was 12 years old as a kid and even still now, he doing it and done it, dog. I mean, he made guys have hit songs all whole summer long, bro. Plenty of hits, all cause he was on the hook of them real quick.
Putting verses.
Come on, man, you feel me? Dude, mixtapes. Come on, bro, like the work ethic, bro, being an actual rapper and an artist, bro.
The droughts.
Man, nobody can top none of that, man. His catalog, man, is a million miles long, dog. You feel me? And then what he did with that Carter 3, come on, man, dude saved hip hop, bro.
The Carter 2, that might be.
You feel me? Yeah, but I'm saying numbers wise, you know what I mean? Even if y'all want to talk numbers, you feel me? Numbers wise, bro, what that man did when he dropped that Carter 3, dog, and with that AMILLION single, come on, man. You feel me? And then the Lollipop, man, come on, bro. You feel me? Like, but let's see. T.I. in there. Yeah, T.I. in there. I fuck with Tip. I ain't gonna lie. Outside of all the whatever, everything outside of the music, I don't look at when you talk about lists and all that, I don't count the other shit outside of the list, outside of the rap, cause we talking about their music, bro. Right. We talking about all the personal stuff, you feel me? Yeah, and this ain't in no order. I ain't saying Wayne then Tip, but I'm just saying, I just want to say Wayne for sure #1 if I had to put a 5 together in order. But 5, Wayne, Tip. Let's see, you gotta throw Jay-Z in there, like, you know what I mean? You can't not deny the man, you feel me though? Like, you feel me? Like, yeah, bro, like, Jay gotta be in there, too. Let's see, so that's 3 in there. Man, I ain't gonna lie, I put Ice Cube in there. I put Cube in there, man, cause what Cube did and what people don't, like I said, when it comes to the music, bro, you feel me? Like, them hits that we was in was his hits, man, you feel me? You know what I mean?
That's one you definitely don't hear in a lot of top 5s.
Yeah. And then I'll probably say, man, I fuck with Jadakiss, man. That's my guy.
Jada.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, that's one of them other guys too, man. Jada been doing it for a long time. And every
the catalog, bro.
Right now today.
Bro, the catalog is there, bro. Come on, bro. The catalog, bro. The catalog is there, bro. They way back with it. You feel me?
Nas.
You got, you feel So really, I'm gonna have to probably take Cube off for Nas. I ain't gonna lie.
That's another. He been doing it for a long time, and even today, if he get on something today, man, listen, you put Nas on your track right now, he gonna cook you.
No, Nas is hard, man. No, it's hard, really, man, for a top 5, man. I ain't gonna lie, cause some of them is right there neck and neck for me, and then like I said again, some of them is personal. Cause you feel me, depending on how you look at P as a rapper or influencer, man, like P gonna be my #1 in music. And like now, executives wise, like my all-star top whatever, man, like P, Dane Dash, Berry Gordy, and Eazy-E, man. You feel me?
Yeah, Eazy-E, man.
Yeah, man. And Clyde Davis, that'd be my 5.
Alright.
Yeah, Clyde Davis, man. Clyde Davis, he'll be a beast.
Alright, well, let me ask you what artists from the city, especially I want to get your opinion on this. What artists from the city right now you feeling that you listening to?
Oh man, shoot, I'm a fan of Squeak. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't even saying just cause it's y'all, bro. Like, man, them freestyles, man, when she do them verses, man, on them, hey, bro, them bars is there, you feel me? Yeah, man.
Freestyle started going viral.
Man, hey.
That's what made her take off.
Yeah. And then, I've been checking out Bars Major lately too, man. Bro, man, with the battle rapping and stuff, man, like, man, and then just hearing them, period.
A few artists that can make, battle rap artists that
make some real songs too, exactly, that's what I'm saying, and then hearing them on people's features and stuff, you know what I mean? He did a feature with, Roll Up, you feel me, though? They got the Mr. Clean song. That's my little cousin, them, though, man. I was like, yeah, that's hard, though, you feel me? Like, you know, and then I be supporting, Spitter and them, you know what I mean? DSO, you feel me, though, man? Yeah, legendary Spitter, he hard, yeah. Shout out to Troy and them, Honey Bands. I'm a fan, too, of that, though, man. Like, she be ripping, like, the female artists is the ones really cutting up in the video. I would like to see them do a project together, them. You know what I'm saying?
I said I at least want to see a remake of the Ladies' Night, man. I want to see a remake of the Ladies' Night, man.
That'll be hard too.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, that'll be different.
I'm calling for it, man.
That'll be different. And then you know what I'm saying? That'll be hard.
I already done put it.
That'll be hard. Dang, I ain't thinking about that.
Ladies' Night, man. We gonna put that on for the city. That tell me they won't go stupid, man.
Yeah, that'll be different. Yeah, they need to put that together.
Put that type of stuff out there,
man. It's out there now, bro. Too, like, it's out there. That's good though. That'll be.
Hopefully to spark the female, the wave.
Man, whoever catch wave of it and hit.
Squeak on board. She ready.
Man,
she's ready. The question is who else?
Yeah, that'll be hard. I can see that. Hey,
I know Sweets will be ready.
Yeah, that'll be hard. And they can go in on that.
Right.
Yeah, that'll be hard. So yeah, man, I've really been in a chill zone. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really been just listening to a lot of people after the name of stuff. You know what I mean? Once we put the ballot and everything together, we do go listen to everybody's stuff through that gap though. You feel me? Like, shout out to all the nominees, man. You feel me? When we talking about artists from the Ville, shout out to y'all. You know what I mean? Yes, sir, man. For entertainment, man, in the building. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, congrats, man. But yeah, all the artists, man, like, it was fun listening to everybody's music during that gap, and just researching stuff, trying to find, just narrow it all down after people send you nominee suggestions and stuff like that. So, underdog people that's out there, man, B. Marie, and even J. Marie, you know what I'm saying, on the rapper side, like they be grinding, you know what I'm saying, like when stuff was open like it was, you know what I mean, all of last year and the earlier part of this year and whatnot, like it was people that was out here really grinding, getting it in, man, and I was seeing it hands on, face to face, just being out there on the scene, just trying to see what's going on in the city. So, shout out to a lot of people out there getting it in, man. 615 exclusive, I was glad to see my guys now get back together with the Four Brothers movement. You feel me, though? Cashville, Young T, and Trey 8 and them, the Cuddy. You know what I mean? That was cool. Too, they project is solid. You know what I mean?
I gotta check that out.
B. Howard, you know what I'm saying? B. Howard been dropping some stuff. Him and Nice got a cool little thing going on. You feel me, though? Yeah.
Howard project. If you ain't heard that B. Howard project.
Yeah, so there's some people in the city though that's definitely got some good little music, man, and content that brother been checking out, and just. I liked the verses that him and Vac had. You feel me? That was a good 20 for 20 or whatever though. Yeah, man. Shout out to Elroy too for putting that together and doing something like that for the city. It's all a good look. Authentic TV. You know what I mean? KP and them over there. Fast Money. Like everybody, the city. I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. You feel me? I love it, man. I'm glad to be back in time to be able to do my part and. Put it down however I can too for us, man, and just everybody just doing their thing out there.
I see it is it's a big puzzle, and everybody got a piece. All you gotta do is put it down.
Yeah, man.
Put your piece
and
down.
It's all coming together.
Put your piece down. Well, man, we gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up. You got any closing remarks, any highlights, any shout out?
Man, just man, God is good, man. You feel me? Everybody's out there, through these crazy times, man. Y'all just keep your head up, man. Like I said, keep just trying to find a way to, keep pushing through everything that's happening and going on out there. Shout out to all my family, man. My moms, you know what I'm saying? I love you, mama. My wife, of course, though, right here on my side with me, Fly Chick. She nominated for a NEMA too, you know what I mean? Congratulations. Yeah, visual arts nominee. Just all my peoples, man. Shout out to the NEMAs, man. My guy Cormac, you feel me? And Man, just everybody out there rocking with the movement, man. You know, follow me on IG, MUGS_AMILLION. Follow the company, Money United with Game. Go to the website, moneyunitedwithgame.com. We finna be getting up and running again with some mic classes and stuff. You know, we're just trying to make sure people gonna be comfortable. People gonna be safe. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to my guy Robert and them man over at our studio. You know what I mean? Y'all come through, holler at us. We got the office up through there. We, scheduling appointments for that. So, we out here, man. I appreciate you, Leo Dynamite, my guy. You know what I'm saying? The whole Forward Entertainment and Culture Forward. 615, the radio, the streets, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rifle. Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, man, inviting me to come through. Mugs and Mean in the building. Money United with Game, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. We signing out.